Hey everyone, Kevin here, and welcome back to my channel. Getting laid off sucks, right? I remember the video I made about that back in December of 2023 when I got let go due to economic and organizational problems. It had nothing to do with me at all, and I was just a byproduct of the company trying to stymie their hemorrhaging financial situation. Thankfully, I am employed again and finally have a new job, but the scene of 8 months worth of unemployment hasn't gone away. And I was fortunate enough to not have to go through the recent layoffs that hit Intuit, the company that provides TurboTax, which I also use during tax season myself, actually. But in this layoff, not only did 10% of their workforce get let go, around 1,800 employees, but the CEO publicly called 1,050 of them underperformers in the press release. Now, the level of tone deaf here can't really be understated, but what can be stated is how low of a level the culture surrounding layoffs has stooped to with this situation. Publicly calling out your employees for being underperformers like this does no one any good and only tarnishes your company. Hell, whoever on their public relations team approved this message should be added to their list of layoffs because this is just ridiculous. And if no one approved this and the CEO just released it of his own volition, then he's an idiot. I've seen so many posts of people reacting to this saying that all the CEO did here was make people not want to work for Intuit and tarnish the very brand he is supposedly the face of. Oh, yeah. And how exactly do you hire over 1,000 underperformers anyway? The entire notion of that makes no sense at all. It makes me wonder how that would have even happened. I know a lot of recruiters and hiring managers, and no matter how bad some of them may be, no one could fuck up that royally. And the CEO also said that we do not do layoffs to cut costs, which is total BS, especially when in the previous sentence, he literally said that you have invested heavily in generative AI powered tools in recent years, which in translation means you invested in AI to cut costs during COVID, and now that the pandemic is far in the rearview mirror, you're laying off workers who probably refused to go back into the office and are now replacing them with the same AI you have invested in. You can't say you aren't laying people off to save costs and then in the same paragraph mention your investment in AI. Those statements conflict with one another and prove to everyone reading that you are lying. If anything, this entire announcement seems like a message for their shareholders rather than the public at large. Now, I know I'm fairly late to the party here and I'm commenting on something that happened a couple of months ago at this point, but the situation is going to echo throughout the job market as it continues to get worse and more people are laid off. I mean, not only are you going to lose your job, but you're also going to be publicly shamed by your previous employer and enter an incredibly difficult job market with the saying of being called an underperformer. Does no one else besides those who have been in the job market within the last couple of years have any clue how much that hurts someone not only professionally, but personally as well? It's going to shake their confidence and make them wonder if they will ever be able to get back on their feet again because everyone has seen this layoff notice by now. Plus, it makes you feel like you can just be easily replaced by AI, which is going to shake them to their core even more, knowing that people are trying to make their job obsolete or at least make them some kind of redundant. Of course, they will eventually get jobs again, but not at the salary they once had. Most people were hired during the tech boom that was COVID at high salaries and with remote positions. But now those expenses have become unsustainable because of their reliance on AI and with a de facto recession going on. It's easier to lay people off and call them underperformers rather than admit your company's finances are in trouble, just like most companies are right now because of the aforementioned recession we're in. As someone who left teaching partly due to the gaslighting of it's you, not us, and also being labeled as an underperformer in a similar way, this really bothered me. And I wanted to lend my voice to it, especially to all of my listeners out there who are likewise struggling to find work. I was just there for 8 months myself, and I only managed to find a new job exactly 2 days after my unemployment filing ran out, and I was facing serious financial troubles. What I'll say is that you need to find a company that treats you like a real person and not like whatever the heck this situation is. You're worth more than that. And this is just the most flagrant example we've had so far in the job climate we're now in. But it's more important to keep in mind that this just makes it easier to know what companies not to apply to moving forward. But now, that's it. Thanks for listening, and please don't forget to like and subscribe to catch more of my content. Until then, I'll see you in the next video.